Hello everyone, today I'm going to be presenting about the Modernism, the Romantic Eclecticism, the Garnier Opera and the Pena Palace. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, I would like to define what is Modernism, since it's like the period of art in where all of this is, all of this takes part. And okay, modernism is a philosophical and arts movement that took place in the Western society during the 19th and 20th centuries. Modernist innovations included abstract art, the Impressionist novel, montage cinema, 12-tone music, divisionist painting, and modern architecture. Modernism rejects the usage of realism by the employment of reprise, incorporation, regrading, recapitulation, revision, and parody. And also, we can tell that this is from like the western side of the world, that modernism socially progressive trend of thought that affirms the power of human beings to create, improve, and reshape their environment with the aid of practical experimentation, scientific knowledge, or technology. So, from this perspective, modernism encouraged the re-examination of every aspect of existence. Okay, we shall continue with the following part, which is the explanation of Romantic Eclecticism. Okay, so about Romantic Eclecticism, this is an artistic tendency that had its origin during the second half of the 19th century, and it was mainly it must be mainly shown by architecture. So the eclectic architecture pretended to make a mixture between the knowledge of the history of art and the modern technologies that started to appear through the pass of the years. And eclecticism is characterized by its freedom and flexibility at the moment of mixing different artistic styles. This is like the main characteristic of eclecticism, and which made it more attractive for consumers. Um, like the people that were able to buy art, they were more attracted by all the mixture, all the combination of different styles of art that resulted in a type um, of mixture that was like really crazy because it combined different styles, but it was still like artistic. So the first piece of art that we're going to be talking about is the following, which is the Garnier Opera, the Opera House of France. It was built for the Paris Opera from the year 1861 to 1875 by the behest of Emperor Napoleon III. So as you can see, this is the Garnier Opera. It's like a really emblematic edification in France. It's like the most important house of opera in the whole country and maybe in the whole world. So in order to get more into this piece of art, we're going to be talking about 10 different and important facts about it. So the first one is that it was designed by the architect Charles Garnier. That's why its name is Garnier's Opera, but it is also known as Opera House of France. And it was constructed under a Napoleon III style. By a Napoleon III style, we can tell it refers to an eclectic style, a eclecticism romantic style, and as I mentioned before, it is a mixture of different styles. It was like a really exotic edification. This opera house included elements from the Baroque, the Classicism of Palladio, and the Renaissance architecture blend together. So as I told you, it's a mixture of different art styles, and these are the Baroque, the Classicism of Palladio, and the Renaissance. These are the main styles that we can identify in this piece of art. Okay, so the structural system is made of masonry walls concealed iron floors, vaults, and roof. This is talking about the skeleton of the edification. And the building itself is 154.9 meters long, 70.2 meters wide at the lateral galleries, 101.2 meters wide at the east and west pavilions, and 10 meters point 13 from ground level to bottom of the sister under the stage. The opera represents an extraordinary sense of power and opulence. As I told you, it was built under Napoleon III style, so it tried to show like the greatness and the power of France. And inside of the opera and also on the outside, there is no space without decoration. It is all like very well decorated. And Garnier used polychromy, multiple colors, for a theatrical effect, and he achieved different varieties of marble and stone and glated bronze. The interior consists of interweaving corridors, stairwells, alcoves, and landings, and the interior is characteristic of Baroque sumptuousness. And the facade of the Garnier opera included multiple sculptures of the Greek mythology as a manner of decoration. If you see the facade of the building, like from the front part, you can see other multiple sculptures of angels, and also there are mythological creatures from the Greek mythology. So now here you can see the plans of the structures. Like the first one is like the skeleton, as I told you, of the opera house. The second one is the outside work. As we can see, there's a type of dome, and we can see columns, and there are also arts. So it's like a mixture of all the previous art styles that existed. The following piece that we're going to be analyzing is the Pena Palace. It constitutes one of the major expressions of the 19th century Romanticism in the world. It is located in Sintra, Portugal. And about its facts, its construction started in the Middle Ages and was unfinished until the year 1854. It was designed by the architect Wilhelm Ludwig von Schille, and the modernization that this palace held was thanks to this architect. I mean the modernization because for centuries the Pena was a small quiet place for meditation, and it was housing a maximum of 18 monks. This was a place for monks, and then it was distracted by a thunder. A ray distracted the construction, the Pena. It wasn't a palace yet, and in 1838, King Ferdinand II decided to acquire the old monastery to transform its remains into a palace that will serve as a summer residence for the Portuguese royal family. So then, this was the moment where the architect Wilhelm Ludwig was like asked to modernize the building, and it ended up in this like marvelous and huge palace. And this palace is the intentional mixture of eclectic styles, which includes Neo-Gothic, Neo-Manuelite, Neo-Islamic, and Neo-Renaissance. It's like all mixed together, but it resulted in a very well constructed and very stylistic piece of art. And between the pieces that constitute Pena Palace, we can find a chapel, a park, a gallery, and amazing stuccos. This palace is placed 500 meters over the level of the sea in a hill, and that is the reason for its name. Since Pena is a word used for hill, it's a derivation of a word used for hill in Portuguese. And at the entrance of the palace, we can see an arch that was also, used by other periods of art, and the arch has a triton that appears, and it is an allegory of the creation of the world. And structurally talking, it can be divided in four sections, which are the foundation, the clock tower, the arches yard, and the palatial zone. And also an important fact of it is that in 1995, the palace and the rest of the cultural landscape of Sintra, because it is surrounded by a park, the palace also has a park, they were classified as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. So in here we can see how the park is constituted. You can see it has really bright colors, and there is a arc of Triton, and it's like a modern piece of art, but thanks to its eclectic style, it's like a combination of many art styles. So this is it. I hope you understood well what I was trying to explain, and you have like a bigger idea of this period of art. Thank you.